After nearly 16 months since they last saw each other, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder took part in a press conference on Tuesday for their much-anticipated trilogy, set to take place in Las Vegas on July 24th. The tension in the room was apparent. Deontay Wilder was stoic, speaking only for 25 seconds during the entire press conference.
I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank my amazing team, and I'd like to thank my strong legal team as well. Look, enough said. Time to cut off his head. And come July the 24th, there will be bloodshed. Get your tickets now. I'll see you soon.
It shows how weak of a mental person he is, and how much of the beating from the last fight has took an emotional, physical effect on his life. I was worried about Deontay Wilder for quite a while after the defeat that I gave him. Wilder is a stubborn person, so he's got his own mentality and he wants to do things his own way. So to listen to other people is not what Deontay Wilder does. So no matter how much that Malik teaches Deontay's going to do what Deontay's going to do.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Deontay's going to do what he's going to do.
He's been doing everything I've asked him and told him to do.
Yeah, but like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, but you're talking about as far as training. He's doing everything.
Yeah, he can
plus
do that,
more.
but in the real fight I'm talking about, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to revert straight back to type, 100%. You can't expect him to do something that you couldn't do.
Like what? Lock you out?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but me and you never fought, Tyson. You bust my eardrum when we sparred.
We did spar, didn't we? And
yeah,
we know what happened there.
You're a 260-pound man that can fight. You bust my eardrum the first time we sparred. That's not something to brag about. You can fight. That's what you do.
I know, but like you can't teach him to be some great fighter when you wasn't.
After both fighters spoke, a stare down between Wilder and Fury ensued that lasted over 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes stare down? My God. But what was your biggest takeaway from this press conference?
My biggest takeaway was that Deontay Wilder could never have a rap career with those rhymes that he put together at the end of the 25
seconds. Oh, you heard the bars.
Seconds.
Those are bars, though.
Yeah.
There will be bloodshed.
Well, listen, nevertheless, on a serious note, I didn't like the fact that Deontay didn't speak throughout the press conference. I think there was nervousness there. Yes, there was a level of, I guess, a stoic type of vibe that he had that he wanted to portray. The headphones, I thought, were very disrespectful to the media, to everybody that actually came out, probably media that flew out there just to be a part of this press conference. This is a promotional press conference. If he didn't want to speak, he should have told Al Heyman, Fox, listen, I don't want to be a part of any press conferences because I'm going to have headphones on. I'm not going to listen to anybody, not going to listen to Christina Pancha, who's a delightful woman and very respectful to everybody, and she was disrespected by him not answering her questions. To me, it left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, I understand that Deontay's upset from all of the negativity that's been thrown his way, from his allegations, from his performance, from his excuses, whether they're true or not. He's been attacked. So he has a chip on his shoulder. I understand that. But if you agree to go to a press conference, I would assume that you're going to participate in it. So the headphones, listening to music while it was going on and not answering any of the questions, I didn't think it was cool. So we're gonna have to see a knockout, a vicious knockout from Deontay Wilder for all this to be warranted.
Hey, I didn't like that he didn't speak neither, because I actually like when he goes at Fury. I like when Fury goes at him. Remember the first fight they ever had? Deontay Wilder says, the reason why I like Fury is because I don't have to sell this fight myself. Because Fury does a lot of talking as well. He doesn't back down verbally, so that kind of robbed me of that fun part of the press conference, them two going back and forth, verbal sparring. So that part I didn't like. But I do think about other press conferences where Chisora threw a chair, no, he threw a table, I believe, at Dillian White. You had Mayorga touching Shane's girlfriend. Mike Tyson starting a fight that, Suleiman's father is in a wheelchair ever since because of that fight. So many things, or jumping on a table and saying I'm gonna eat your kids and all this other stuff. so many things happen at a press conference. It's kind of like what Malik Scott says. Every great fighter has something with them. And you know what? This is not as bad as other things that could have happened at a press conference. It might not be ideal. It might not be what we wanted. I feel bad for Christina Poncher.
Yes.
That's who I felt bad for. Yes. But I think the best part of this whole press conference was Malik Scott. He was respectful. He was brilliant. He was wise in the things that he said. I think he countered what Fury said a couple of times, and Fury really didn't have an answer for it. So he's the best part of the press conference.
I thought he was good. Only problem is he's not Deontay Wilder, which is the person that people wanted to hear from. But on the flip side of that, the fact that he didn't speak is what's creating waves out here. People are talking about Deontay not speaking in a press conference. People like myself, people on the internet, boxing platforms. This guy went to a press conference and didn't say nothing and had his headphones on. That right there might be good promo in itself. So people are not looking at that, because a typical press conference of two guys going back and forth is good. But the fact that Deontay went to one and didn't say a word, that might even be better. Now let's talk a little Teofimo Lopez. Major news reported by The Athletics by Mike Carpenter. The lightweight unified clash between Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. is getting postponed into August 14th due to Lopez testing positive for COVID Tuesday morning. George Kambosos Jr. responded to the news on Facebook with this following statement. Absolutely devastated. I've been away from my kids for 13 weeks. I flew my pregnant wife over to be by my side. I put every bit of my life into this camp with my team. I would have been undisputed champion this weekend. I know it and you know it. Your actions and decisions have affected not only our fight, but everyone involved in this fight. Pure irresponsibility on your whole side. Our time will come, and I promise you in the world that I'm going to take you out worse than ever for everything. You can run, but you can't hide. As hard as it is to comprehend this right now, I remain focused on the end goal. I will be champion of the world. Thank you everyone for the support worldwide. But Rock, you know, this kind of makes me upset and frustrated, because people contract COVID that are more careful and responsible than anybody in the world. So many people that I know that are, I'm talking about stiffers when it comes to masks and staying away from people, and they contract COVID. So the fact that he said him being irresponsible as if he purposely got COVID, that was whack. That was stupid. What the F is he talking about?
He was upset. Yes, when you go to like the media scrubs and anything that Teofimo has been involved in recently, Teo would always wear his mask. All of the reporters can testify to that. That Teo would always wear his mask. So it's just hard, man. You're in there sparring with guys. Come on. You're in there sparring with guys. You're around your family, around kids. Anybody can get it.
That was a foolish statement to make it seem as he was irresponsible, as if he wanted to get COVID.
Yeah, it was an angry statement. It's like, I mean, when Wilder came in and won the arbitration, then what was everybody saying? Everybody's blaming each other. They're upset. You know,
yeah, man. The man got COVID-19. He tested positive for COVID-19. You're attacking him? You're not thinking. I don't care if you're upset. Think about what you're saying. The man has been doing press to promote the fight with you and him, so you guys can sell some pay-per-views and you can make some money. You have to be out there. You have to do press. The guy's been taking pictures with his mask on. I mean, Conor Ben was all the way there from the UK, wanted to take some pictures with him. He wouldn't even take his mask off to take pictures with people. And most people at least do that.
Right.
So just to say that he's irresponsible and his actions affected everybody is foolish.
I mean, yes, it could have been that he was irresponsible. You never really know. That's an accusation. But him saying you can run but you can't hide, what? Like, see, that insinuates maybe you really don't have COVID. You know, because look, boxing is a small world. You know, things come out. Hey, I'm injured. Hey, I have this. I have that. Things come out, and then there's conspiracies, It's like, oh no, it's not really happening. So maybe George heard something, or maybe he's accusing him of something. Because to say you could run but you can't hide, he's not running. He has COVID.
Is it maybe? Are you possibly saying that there are conspiracies out there saying because of his new amended deal with Top Rank, maybe this fight won't happen on Triller? Is that one of the conspiracies that is out there? And this isn't COVID-19? I'm not saying that this is the case. Is that one of the conspiracies?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard that, but I don't know how that would make sense. You know, I don't know how there can be really any conspiracy because it was just changed a couple of weeks. It was just changed a couple of weeks back. So, okay, the only thing I would say, because a lot of times stuff like this happens, and then we say, okay, the fighter wasn't ready. But we damn sure that's not Teofimo Lopez. He's ready. You know, a lot of times it's because the fighter's not ready. I remember when I think it was pushed back with Zab Judah versus Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia pushed it back, and Zab was like, damn, I'm ready. I know you wasn't ready, or whatever. And that's the first thing a fighter accused a fighter of, not being ready. Any other conspiracy, I have no idea.
At the end of the day, as you young folks like to say, and now old folks are saying that as well, they're going to fight.
Old folks started that. We start that, and then the young kids pick that up right there. And at the end of the day,
those guys are going to fight. So they're going to have to settle that in the ring, whether you're upset or not, whether it's on Triller, ESPN, or in somebody's backyard. They're going to scrap, and we're going to see that